Guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will see CSS in 12 minutes. So we will start by creating a new folder called CSS. Then open it with any text editor you have. I will use VS Code. So inside this folder I will create a file called index.html. This is the index.html. I'll open it. Then okay, now this is the HTML and this is CSS. We will try to make something that looks like that looks more practical. So we will write CSS tutorial. Okay, now when we use CSS, we usually use CSS with HTML. So we will create a CSS file, style.css for example. Then we come in our HTML, then link it to our HTML this way. Now whatever we can select the body for example, then change the background color to red. Let me do this. Okay, now you can see it's red, now it's green, and it's blue. So you select using the tag name this way. You could also select, for example, a heading this way. You could have a heading hello world. So you can select the H1 and change the font family, for example, to sans serif, then change the color to white. Then you can see it selects this way. The second way we could select is using classes. H1 class equal to, for example, red. Now we go to our style and we select H1, for the red class, then give it a color of, or maybe a background color of red. You can see, or you can even give it a width of 40%. Then we have our H1. As you all know, in the HTML part, there are inline and block elements, and H1 is a type of a block level element, so that's why it took the whole width of the page or the browser. Now the second way we could select is using an ID of, for example, text center. That's not the best ID to give, but okay, hashtag text center. Then maybe align text, or text align to center. So we selected this using the ID. We've seen three types of selectors: the tag name selector, then the class selector, then the ID selector. Now we will see a new type of selector that we use when in a specific case, and they're called the pseudo class. It's called the pseudo class. And for example, if we select our H1, then colon, then for example, when the mouse hovers, change the background color to yellow. Now when we hover our mouse to, and maybe let's make this green. Okay, now when we hover our mouse, the background color changes from gray to green. We could use cursor pointer. There are many types of cursors. Like for example, I okay, it usually auto completes. So yeah, they are these types of point cursors. For example, progress, this type of cursor, or okay, this type of text cursor. So we will use the pointer cursor for now. Now we have seen four types of selectors: the tag name selector, the class selector, the ID selector, and the zero class selector. Now we will see something called the box model. Now the box model is just simply pushing and uh, pushing and pulling the elements. You could take it that way. So we have things called margin and padding and border, and the element itself. I want you to note on this, or you could even see them by inspecting your element, like right click and inspect, then go to the elements tab, so you can see the element itself, padding, border, and margin. So let's select our H1, like it's selected right here, so let's go right here. So we're gonna give it margin of 10 pixels, and when I refresh it, you will see it pushes this element from all sides, from the top, from the left, from the right, and bottom. So it pushes the element from the top to 10 pixels. Let's make this 100 pixels. You can see it pushes the element from the outside. Now we will use padding. 10 pixel padding, it will push the element from inside out. So it literally changes the size. So if we make it this, yeah, 100 pixels and maybe 150 pixels. So this is how it works. The border, for example, 5 pixels, solid, yellow. Okay, now you have this beautiful border right here. Now all these things together are called the box model. They work together. Now let's remove everything here, and we have the H1 element. We will remove it. We will see something that looks more professional. We'll come here and change our body background color to some type of dark color. So we will have, for example, we will select everything in our element and give it margin of 0 and padding of 0. Now any elements will stick to the top left of our browser. So we might have a div class of container. In this we might, for example, have list elements and another list and a list element, then maybe apple, then banana, then some orange. Here are the 3 elements. Now to style these elements, we come to our CSS. We select the container, then the list and the list. Then you could give a color of we use the descendant selector to get to the list. So you can also give a padding top of 10 pixels. So let's give a font family of sans serif. Okay, now you could have the dot container UL background color of D1 3D, then width of 30% maybe. Sorry. Okay. Then text align to center. You can see you can style it this way. Now we want to change this list elements to links. So let's, for example, say our home or about page, in our maybe the services page, so that it looks more of a real website. So we select our list, then our link, then give it a color of white, or remove this one, it's just an extra code. So give it a text decoration of none for to remove the underline. You get this, and you might display inline block. Sorry, this one needs to be on the list. Then you can see we have created a beautiful menu type of thing. So give it a padding, or you could remove this and padding. Let's make this just padding, not padding top. So padding top 10 pixels, top and bottom 10 pixels, and right and left maybe 50 pixels. Give this 50%, so, or even 100%. Just remove this width for now. Now you can see our menu. Now to select our menu, using the, when the mouse hovers, using the studio class selector, we use the hover, then change the color to maybe 2828. Okay, now when we hover, we see this it changed the color to a slightly black dark type of color. So I hope this is so powerful. I'll just add something here. Let's just move this, give it a margin of 100 pixels. Oh, 50 pixels. Oh, let's give it a margin lift. Let's give it a margin lift in 100 pixels. You can see it's moving to the center. So this is what I've prepared for today. We will see more on CSS, CSS positions, CSS flexbox, and CSS script. So thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, comment your suggestions about the video, and I would appreciate if you share the video. Thank you guys. See you next time.